please. There you go. It's now law. And I'm keeping my campaign commitment. No one, let me emphasize, no one earning less than $400,000 a year will pay a penny more in federal taxes. Folks,
sure. The IRS will investigate everybody, presumably. It's not going to ignore everybody.
So let me
it's not going to be just the rich, right?
So let me explain. First of all, the president just said this in the clearest, most emphatic possible terms. Nobody under $400,000 of income will see their taxes go up 1 penny.
This bill is the biggest step forward on climate ever. And it's going to allow us to boldly take additional steps toward meeting all of my climate goals, the ones we set out when we ran, and fight environmental injustice that's been going on for so long. The Inflation Reduction Act invests $369 billion to take the most aggressive action ever in confronting the climate crisis and strengthening our energy security. It's going to offer working families thousands of dollars in savings by providing them rebates to buy new and efficient appliances, weatherize their homes, get tax credit for purchasing heat pumps and rooftop solar, electric stoves, ovens, dryers. It gives consumers a tax credit to buy electric vehicles or fuel cell vehicles, new or used.
I say that the President and Senator Manchin's tax and spending bill is a massive transfer of capital from the pockets of the American people to the Green New Deal, and it's going to cause energy prices to go up. And you know how much it's going to reduce world temperatures? Zero. None. Nada. Because India and China and Indonesia and Russia and Sub-Saharan Africa and South America will continue to emit CO2. So Americans get to sacrifice. They get the spinach without any of the dessert. That's the way I think most fair-minded people see it.
The American people won and the special interests lost. We're in a session of, for a while, people doubted whether any of that was going to happen. Honey, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to make it sure that the democracy delivers for your generation, because I think that's at stake. And now, I know there are those here today who hold a dark and despairing view of this country. I'm not one of them. And now, I'm going to take action that I've been looking forward to doing for 18 months.
Passed a bill called the Fill Every Pothole Act. I mean, voters should expect you to fill every pothole. I mean, so should voters measure the success of this bill on how much you reduce inflation in the next couple of years?
So this bill spins out over several years. And so the tax provisions, for example, some of the tax revenue will happen immediately.
Thank you, Majority Leader Schumer. Chuck, you've been a good friend a long, long time. And Joe, I never had a doubt. Joe had an operation on his shoulder. I just want you to know it wasn't because of anything we did. He's in great shape. And our whip, Mr. Clyburn, you're amazing.
Certain members of President Biden's own party are running from him because they think President Biden will hurt their reelection. Now, why is that? In my judgment, President Biden has stepped on every rake in the yard. I don't mean to be unfair, but it's been cringeworthy. He has mismanaged Congress, managed the border, mismanaged Afghanistan, mismanaged the economy, mismanaged inflation, and forfeited America's energy independence. Now, President Biden obviously disagrees with that. He says he's doing a swell job And as evidence, he offers the opinion of experts like Kamala Harris and Prince Harry. But I don't think most Americans are persuaded. I don't think the American people hate President Biden. I certainly don't. But I think a majority of the voters in our country at this juncture think he would be better off selling catheters on late night TV than serving as President of the United States. And those are just the facts.
After 4 years of a president who relished creating chaos, Americans are seeing what it looks like to have a president and a Congress that's focused on delivering results that make their lives better. Mr. President, you've restored dignity, respect, and a sense of action back to the Oval Office. They said we could never take on entrenched big oil interests and get tough on climate change, but we have succeeded. They said we'd never close tax loopholes for the wealthy and make the ultra-rich pay their fair share, but we've gotten all these things done in one single bill. For anyone who thought Washington was broken and couldn't do big things, Democrats have shown real change is possible. He made sure we never lost our focus on climate. The President's vision, his dedication to our country, and his experience who made this moment possible.